Yep, that's right. I'm mirroring another one. What you need to know about the end game.
I also mentioned too that a fellow that has been in touch with me for an awful long time, his brother was in the CIA. Or is in the CIA. He will never talk about the CIA, so he'll never give anything away whatsoever, except one bit of advice. He said, never watch the television.
Specifically stopped short of including this patent because after reading through it pretty thoroughly, I decided that this needed its own video. We're surrounded by so much technology, and it has become so integrated into our lives that I don't think people even realize some of what these things can do.
Sure reminds me of her.
Never watch the television. It's the greatest scientific indoctrination tool ever devised.
I don't know whatever happened to her. She lived
Haven't you figured that out?
Here, up in the mountains.
It's changed the whole culture of nations, not just one nation. Why do you think it was mandatory that everybody in Britain give access to televisions by the government?
Where she lives.
Why do you think China is under the same program to get everyone with the TV right now? Because they love to have you entertained. Do you really think that?
Why is it that everyone had to switch from their antenna televisions to the cable boxes, and then why was there a forced swap over to digital? You see what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
It's because these are weapons. Look at every single invention we've ever brought into our homes that's ever been presented to us. Did it improve anything?
India's on the same route as well right now too. Most of your ideas and your opinions and how you emulate, because you emulate things, you mimic what you see. As Charles Galton, Darwin and others have said in the past. It becomes you become it. And that's what's happened. It's been very, very, very successful. Never watch the television. You can't watch a movie unless you do it critically. If you watch it critically, not there to enjoy it. Remember what they say, it's your emotions that get you on. And it's interwoven, all these emotional themes all through movies. You're played like a harp. And they embed ideas into you, along with the movies.
Churn everybody out in public schools to walk around just blind to everything. Just a mindless consumer, no critical thought, just sitting in front of your television, being programmed. That's why they call it programming. This is one of the creepiest patents I've ever read. And it's a real this is the thing. This is, I mean, you watch sci-fi shows and horror movies, and ooh, that's scary for 2 hours, but you read something like this, and then you just start thinking about how everything really works. I mean, we've not been told. We haven't been told how we work.
Content.
Okay? Let alone how everything else does. And then you come to something like this. So, I've had this patent in a folder printed off for a while. I've been meaning to talk about it. And then I saw recently Richie from Boston covered this, actually, and I was like, wow, that's kind of rare that he got this sent to him, too. Good. I hope more people are talking about things like this.
Except that which is still to come.
Right.
And you'll behave the same way as the characters in the movie when it comes. Oh, well, what can you do? I'll just watch much music or television. Yeah. You're given a mind of your own, and you've got to use it for yourself. And believe me, if you ever had a nation or wanted a nation, you'd have to make sure that everyone took their turn. Everyone took their turn. Just like jury duty, to go in and oversee the guys that are supposed to be taking care of everything on your behalf. It's a tight club right now. It's been like that forever. Because they never intended to give you anything called democracy, or, in fact, a republic. Gangs and fraternities run the systems of the countries. That's how they're run.
Number 650614-8B2. Actually, it's J2 650614-8B2. The abstract of this is: psychological effects have been observed in a human subject in response to stimulation of the skin with weak electromagnetic fields that are pulsed with certain frequencies near a half a hertz or 2.4 hertz, such as to excite a sensory resonance.
That's about
Many
where
computer
your,
monitors and TV
cordless
tubes,
phone
when displayed
operates.
pulse images, emit
Well,
pulsed
that's 2.4
electromagnetic fields
Sorry about that.
of sufficient amplitudes to cause such excitation. It is therefore possible to manipulate the nervous system of a subject by pulsing images displayed on a nearby computer monitor or TV set. For the latter, the image pulsing may be embedded in the program material, or it may be overlaid by modulating a video stream, either as an RF signal or as a video signal. The image displayed on a computer monitor may be pulsed effectively by a simple computer program. For certain monitors, pulsed electromagnetic fields capable of exciting sensory resonance in nearby subjects may be generated even as the displayed images are pulsed with subliminal intensity.
This is United States patent number 6,506,148B2, dated January 14th, 2003. And this is the 10th in a series of patents by this particular man, all about manipulation of your nervous system, and in some ways remote manipulation, subliminal manipulation, and he ended with this one here: nervous system manipulation by electromagnetic fields from monitors. And I just wanted to go over this with you because this is a thing that exists, and it existed over a decade ago, well before they made the forced switch to digital, where they can layer the signals, and if there is anything strange in that, you're not going to see the interference, right? This has to do with physiological effects that have been observed in human subjects in response to stimulation of the skin with weak electromagnetic fields pulsed with certain frequencies near half a hertz or 2.4 hertz, such as to excite a sensory resonance. Many computer monitors and TV tubes, when displaying pulsed images, emit pulsed electromagnetic fields of sufficient amplitudes to cause such excitation. It is therefore possible to manipulate the nervous system of a subject by pulsing images displayed on a nearby computer monitor or TV set. For the latter, the image pulsing may be embedded in a program material or overlaid by modulating a video stream, either as an RF signal or video signal. The image displayed on a computer monitor may be pulsed effectively by a simple computer program. For certain monitors, pulsed electromagnetic fields capable of exciting sensory resonances in nearby subjects may be generated even as the displayed images are pulsed with subliminal intensity.
The big game changer is that 5G will use much higher frequency bands than previously thought viable for mobile broadband and other applications. Such millimeter wave signals have physical properties that are both a limitation and a strength. They tend to travel best in narrow and straight lines.
Yeah, they try to
and they
tell
do
you
not
about the
go through
effect,
physical
but that's-
objects.
Subliminal
Yes,
intensity.
Well, but brilliant
There's a lot
engineers
more to that
have developed
frequency
new
than
antennas
just the heating effect, but yeah,
that can
it'll do
aim
that too.
and amplify signals.
Active
Now, to make this
denial
work,
system, for
the
example.
5G build out is going to be very infrastructure intensive, requiring massive deployment of small cells. I'm confident that the actions will lead to a cornucopia of unanticipated, innovative uses.
I
Will
tell you what
generate
I've been
tens
doing to the ones I
billions
see,
of dollars
but I
in
might get
economic
in
activity.
trouble.
And that's damn important,
They're putting up
because it means that U.S. companies
new poles around here. They're about 6 to 8 feet off the ground. There are maybe 8 to 10 would be better. They got a little solar panel up on top, and they got a camera on it, and it is literally taking pictures of you as you go by. Facial recognition, your license plate. Yeah. they need to be, how do I say this without pissing off YouTube? Grounded.
We'll be the first out of the gate.
As the 5G smart control grid rolls out, inevitably overseen by AI, the delivery of signals may not be limited to radio waves. Soon it will likely include Li-Fi.
Yeah, Li-Fi. By the way, I've been noticing in my neighborhood a lot of those snitches that, you know, they got solar panels on them. They got like 6 cameras, and they'll just put it in a random parking lot. And it's all Bluetooth. It's all solar operated. And then the video stream is funneled off somewhere else. I took my frequency counter underneath one of them, but it was all over the place. So I couldn't really track it down. I got a frequency generator. I thought about trying to manipulate some of that, see if that would affect it. See if maybe a repair truck would come out and say, huh, that was weird. I wonder why it stopped, or it scrambled, or became blurry, or...
Light Fidelity, or Li-Fi, is a visible light communications, VLC, system running wireless communications traveling at very high speeds.
But it's got to be point to point with no obstruction. We did that back in the early 90s. We would talk from up in San Antonio Heights in California. We'd talk to Chino Hills using red lasers. It was pretty cool.
Li-Fi uses common household LED, light-emitting diode light bulbs, to enable data transfer. Posting speeds of up to 224 gigabits per second using normal light frequencies across the 440 to 770 terahertz spectrum. It's already being considered as an alternative of choice to Wi-Fi, mainly for security reasons because, unlike Wi-Fi, light can't pass through walls.
In other words, you don't even know they're doing it. And then he has all these lovely drawings to go with this, which are just great. Actually, I have a favorite. It's this one right here. Remote computer, internet, her computer, her monitor, her. You see that? They can do this remotely and you don't even know that it's being done to you. Well, there's the kids. Gotta have the kids in there.
Of course.
Anyway, he goes on to say that the electric field in studies by Norbert Wiener, that would be the father of cybernetics back during World War II and the Cold War, was arranged to provide a direct electrical driving of the brain. That's what this kind of stuff is based on. And he goes on to say that it's been found that indeed physiological effects can be induced in the manner by very weak electric fields if they're pulsed with a frequency near half a hertz. The observed effects, which is just the ones they had for this particular patent, include ptosis of the eyelids, which means...
By the way, if you get a chance, there's a channel out there called Lookout for. It's LOOKOUTFA. New word Charlie on YouTube, and that dude's got some
eyelids
really
close and flutter,
cool
relaxation,
stuff on his
drowsiness,
channel.
the feeling of pressure at a centered spot on the lower edge of your brow, seeing moving patterns of dark purple and greenish yellow when your eyes are closed, a tonic smile, a tense feeling in your
Look out for
stomach,
Charlie.
sudden loose stool, and sexual excitement, all depending upon the precise frequency used and the skin area to which this field is applied.
Technology can also be used in non-visible frequencies, though, like infrared, X-ray, and ultraviolet.
They tend to travel best in narrow and straight lines, and they do not go through physical objects.
That's why they want to cut down
Which
all
gives
the
an endless
trees,
amount of
get it?
opportunities for Li-Fi to be used and adopted very quickly. Of
course, at present, it requires a photodetector attached to a device to capture the signal.
Right.
But as technologies progress, it will likely be built right into every device in the Internet of Things.
How long have I been telling you to turn off your television? How long have I been telling you that it's all going to come through the flat black screen? There's a reason every single solitary screen looks exactly like a scrying mirror that goes all the way back to Queen Elizabeth, John Dee.
Actually, I think I should take that back. I think I have an old vintage tube TV still in my storage. I think I saved it because of the cathode ray tube in it. I was going to do something with it one time, experimenting in the garage, but yeah, life got busy.
This goes back. This has roots. This is what they used to conjure, and they don't need to conjure anymore because people are willingly bringing these devices into their homes, sitting in front of them right now, and carrying them in their pockets. Do you remember the video I did about about the electrical relay? I put this video up on May 13th, and I was explaining how all of these sigils that you would need to summon a demon or summon a fallen angel, who will more than likely disguise themselves as a loved one or someone that's passed away, or the proverbial guardian angel.
Hey, look at that.
There's no coincidence that, like I said, every single relay happens to look exactly like a sigil diagram to conjure a being. Do you see what I'm saying?
So you ever watch a movie and you're not really feeling it all that much? Let's say it's a romantic movie and you're not really feeling it, and something happens and the two characters are swooning and they play that swell of music, and even though you're not really feeling it and you kind of think the movie's lame, you still get emotional,
right?
And you start crying, or like when people used to cry at long distance commercials back when we had long distance commercials. I don't know, I'm probably dating myself now.
That's all right, I remember
how old I am when I say stuff like that. But the point is, we've all had moments in watching movies or different things where your emotions don't match how you really feel based on the film. And you could just say that's creative filmmaking. But when you see something like this, you got to wonder, is it also something like this?
It's changed the whole culture of nations, not just one nation. Why do you think it was mandatory that everybody in Britain have access to televisions by the government?
You had to have.
Why do you think China is under the same program to get everyone to the TV right now? Because they love to have you entertained. Do you really think that? And India is on the same route as well right now too, the television. You can't watch a movie unless you do it critically. If you watch it critically, not there to enjoy it. Remember what they say, it's your emotions that get you on. And it's interwoven, all these emotional themes all through movies. You're played like a harp. And they embed ideas into you, along with the movies. And predictive programming too. So you'll accept that which is still to come. And you'll behave the same way as the characters in the movie when it comes. Oh well, what can you do? I'll just watch much music or television. You're given a mind of your own.
The only music I listen to anymore is Destiny Lab, ODD TV, Ninja Scroll, and there's a couple others that slip my mind, but those are probably my favorites. Destiny Lab being my very favorite, although ODD is right up there too.
And you got to use it for yourself.
Ninja Scroll's pretty good. His music lately has changed a little. Yeah. Have a blessed weekend, everybody.